Hello, everybody. Welcome. Little bit of technical difficulties. I was going live on my computer and it would not connect. We practice these things and then it doesn't work out the way we think it will, just like in life, right? So welcome, beautiful bodies, beautiful beings, beautiful money to this money date today. I am super excited to be here. I'm super excited to welcome you in. I'm going to start with a question. When was the last time you opened your bank account and you exhaled? You actually felt relief in your body. You felt joy in your body. Or are you bracing? Are you contracting? Are you going into panic mode when you look at your bank account? Most women I work with are in that space of bracing, of disconnect with money and with themselves. So I am Hayley Su. I am the founder of The Extraordinary Way, and I support high achieving women just like yourselves to build relationships with money where your nervous system feels safe inside of it, safe enough to hold all of your desires, all of your dreams. So let us begin. Where did this start for me? So I found myself in burnout for the first time, probably when I was 28 years old. I had built an incredible day spa. I was pregnant and I was pushing, hustling. And I ended up in burnout. I almost lost my baby. I was not in a very happy space. And yet everything on the outside looked perfect, right? Everybody thought, oh my goodness, you've got everything figured out. And you're so young. How did you do it? With push, with hustle, with excessive force. That was not a way to build a business. And I found myself doing the same thing just 5 years ago. Because I don't know if you can tell, I'm a little bit older than 28 now. So 5 years ago, we immigrated to the UK. And once again, I found myself in a place of absolute burnout, depression, could not get out of bed. And I started to come back to me, to my body, to building a relationship with myself. It was really difficult. And I know a lot of us go through this experience of pushing, having to do everything, having to be everything to everyone, right? The mom, the wife, the partner, the high achieving businesswoman. So I had to stop, connect with my outer world, connect with my inner world, connect with money in a different way. If I was going to build a business that was sustainable and joyful to actually be in, create a business that wasn't a 9-to-5 working for somebody else, but actually working for myself and just calling it something different. Who has a business that they've created to get away from corporate or get away from working for somebody else, and all you've done is change the label, everything else is still the same? Let me know in the comments if that is you. So my turning point came when I decided that things needed to change, that I needed to build a relationship with money. Now, what does that look like? Hayley, a money date. Are you joking? What does that even mean? I would literally set aside time to sit with money, to walk with money, to meet with money. Just as when you meet a new person, you get to know that person. You get to know the ins and outs of that person. You get to know their nuances, right? But it takes time. It takes trust in building that relationship. So do you set aside time for yourself and for money? Is that something that you do? Drop it in the comments. Let me know. I'm not seeing the comments at the moment, but let me know if you have a relationship with money, if you set aside time to actually sit in connection with money and listen to what money is having to say, to how you are responding to money. Now, the first time you do this, you may feel a little bit silly, and that's okay. I like to just find a space, maybe under a tree, and just connect into myself, call in money, and allow money to sit opposite me, and then to just fully have a conversation. Perhaps some people have done this as journaling, where you have spoken to money, but it's different when you actually speak the words of, oh, money, you've let me down. I feel resentment towards you. I feel resistant to receiving you. Just allow whatever it is to come through in the moment, and then notice what your body does when you are speaking with money. Are you contracting? Are you feeling safe? Are you allowing your relationship to expand? How do you actually want money to flow through you? How does money want to flow through you? How does money want to come through your business? How does it show up in your world? And actually, it's not about the how, right? Because money always shows up when we are in trust, when we are in relationship with money, and you get to have fun with money. Yesterday, I actually took one of my clients on an embodied wealth day, and it was so much fun. So much fun. We didn't decide where we were going. We just leaned into our bodies and said, lead me to the wealth experience. And we ended up on the Royal Yacht Britannica. It was incredible to feel that wealth moving through our bodies, to have the experience of royalty that had stood there before us, heads of state that have stood there before us, feeling into that money flowing. Money wants to have fun. Money follows joy, right? Money follows joy. And we had such a joyful day yesterday. It's joyful to connect to money and allow yourself to play with money. Do you allow yourself to play with money, or is it all seriousness? It's business, Hayley. I've got news for you. Business is meant to be joyful. It's meant to be uplifting and inspiring for you to come into your business each and every day. So what if money and you could play a little game and begin to trust one another by playing this game of, okay, money, where will you show up for me today? How are you going to show up for me today? In the physical, as in into my bank account? Will I find some money on the floor? Will somebody gift me money today? Or will I receive it in other ways through a joyful relationship? I know we're talking about money here, and I often talk about wealth as the bigger picture, because wealth is the bigger picture for me. Because I want wealth in all areas of my life. I want abundance in all areas of my life, right? In my bank account, in my relationships, in my home, in all of my spaces. I want wealth in every aspect. So where can you receive wealth and abundance in all areas of your life. Money, show me how much fun we can have today playing this game. And let the ideas just pop. Let yourself explore, get curious to play with money. This is what it's all about. Play, beautiful people, play. Give yourself the gift of playing with money, experiencing it in a different way. We all hold beautiful stories about why we don't have money, or why we don't have enough money, or why we spend too much money. Beautiful stories. What if you could create a new story? That is what building a relationship with money is all about. And this is why the money date is so important to me, because it happens weekly, sometimes daily, when I'm having a moment, or if I'm in a new phase of my business. Do you see how fun it is to play with money? It's a different energy than just being, money is serious, money is this, money is only this. No, she is not only that. Money is conscious. She is alive, an energetic, pulsing energy, just like every human that you meet. Everything is made up of energy, right? Are we all in agreement? Everything is made up of energy, and each energy feels different to us. Money energy feels different to us. So once you get to know that money energy, you get to feel it, know her intimately. You know when you're in contraction, resistance, when you're in distrust of money. Is this something that you can lean into, that you can play with? Is this lighting you up? Tell me in the comments. Tell me in the comments. Because when we relate to money from fear, do you think money is going to show up? When we relate to money from joy, from excitement, from curiosity, way more money can show up for us, right? Way more money can show up for us. It moves through us. Money also loves to be given a direction. It's an energy. So lead it. This is why you play with money. Ask money today. Money. Any money that comes in will be assigned to whatever this account, whatever this is that I need to pay over here. Any money I make today will go into there. Or like I have different offerings in my business. So some offerings, that money goes to a specific place. Money has direction. Money knows where she is going in my business. It becomes a whole lot clearer when you have this deeper connection with money, this intimate relationship where you work together in harmony as opposed to in resistance and in that word, right? So this is what I'm encouraging you to do, is to start dating money, to start playing with the energy of money and seeing what else is possible from this space. Because for most of you watching this right here, right now, if you had it all figured out, you wouldn't be here, right? And there's always more to explore with money. Every level, there's something new to discover with money. So we keep dating. Just as you keep dating your husband, your wife, your partner, you keep dating through your relationship. Because otherwise it goes stale. You lose connection. You start to misunderstand one another. And it's the same with money. Exactly the same with money. So for today, I am going to invite you to start dating money and share with me below what that's going to look like. Explore it. Ask me questions, all of the different things. And It's an exciting time when you start to date money and see how your relationship begins to change. Now, this was just the beginning. This was just the invitation to more with money. Tomorrow, I will be live again at 1:30 UK time. I think that's very early in America. Very early on a Saturday morning in America, but that's okay. Tomorrow, we are going to discover more of your unique design through your human design and how money actually desires to flow through you, where some of your blocks may be, where some of those stories are made up. And we're going to go into a beautiful money activation. So join me again tomorrow. Let me know today if you decide to date money and what that feels like for you. And I will see you tomorrow, 1:30 UK time. I'm Hayley Su. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.